Hey, yo, Mickey, what's up?
Yeah, what you said about your friend that like he was like a social person and now he's not. I feel like that kind of happened to me too because before like COVID and everything, like I really loved going out. Like I would go out every weekend, not like to parties or anything, but just like, go out like to the beach, the park, to eat. I also got a Disneyland pass, and I'd be there an annual pass, so I'd be there like every day. And now like they're like, oh, let's go out, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like um, I don't really like want to go out anymore. I just want to stay home, and watch Netflix, like you said.
Yeah,
And I feel like I that's bad though. That's bad because like I don't think that being home a lot is good for the mind, the mind you could say, because
it's not healthy for your brain mentally.
it's not healthy, yeah. Because now like you don't have any distractions, for like what if like someone is suffering from like mental health, right? Like how do they distract themselves when they're just home? You get me?
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you. Like when you're home, all you have is just your thoughts
Yeah, exactly.
that are in your environment. Like when you go out, you have all these distractions, things that kind of like take your mind away from different like areas in your life that probably are really like hurtful or like you're suffering through or things that you just kind of want to forget. And I mean, I guess like what a lot of people could probably relate to is when you go to bed and you like for I don't know about you, but for me it takes me a while to fall asleep, so I just kind of lay in bed and be like, damn, like what if I asked her out that one day, or what if I did this differently than this, or what if I say something to this person, and it's like I guess when people stop going out, they would just be sitting at home, and then they just have thoughts like that running through their head all the time, and it's just kind of like these loops that go on here and there, and those distractions that you had before were never there to distract you, and so you kind of just and I feel like a lot of people are getting more depressed because of that, because they kind of start thinking about bad thoughts and they go into these dark rabbit holes. Like, did you find yourself kind of in that same situation?
Yes. I still do, but like how we were talking last time, like I catch myself like, falling into the rabbit hole, but then I'm like when I'm there, I'm like, no, like you can't let yourself fall into that hole again, because yeah, like I may not have the same distractions that I had back then, like going out to the park, to the beach, to Disneyland, whatever. Now I just try to like encourage myself, like I try to like I just think about how I got myself out of the situation that I was in and how much time and effort it took to get out of there. So that's why I'm just like, no, like you can't go back. It wasn't easy to get out of it, right? So you could just like easily fall back into it. So yeah, and I do try to like there was a point where I would me and my family, like my parents and my brother, we all got bikes, and then we were just like ride down to like the beach, and we would just chill there for a little bit, because I felt like honestly, like I felt like it was also happening to my parents, like they were starting to like fall into that whole like getting like stressed and everything. So I feel like that helped them a lot, and it helped me too. But like now that I'm less active, I do catch myself like I'm laying in bed and I'm just like, damn, like I could have done this, I could have said this. Like how you were explaining, you just explained my whole situation right now.
Yeah, and you know what I like about this? What I like about what you said is, you catch yourself falling into those rabbit holes, which I think is probably single handedly the most beneficial thing to do, especially like someone who's gone through something like that. And even to base off of that, I feel like in order to grow as a person, to really grow as a person, you have to experience these low points, and you have to know how these low points feel, and you have to get through these low points, because like you said, you catch yourself falling deep into these holes, and it's so easy to kind of just go back to the place that you were, but you know how you were when you were in those places, and you know how you are now. And so that's one of the big driving factors to not let your mind go to those places because you know what you want. You know how to get to where you want to be. And if you let your mind go down these rabbit holes like you have done before, you're going to be in a dark place that's not going to get you to become the type of person that you want to become. And so therefore, the fact that you went through these low points has already made you such a better and more efficient person now than you even realize. And catching yourself, if you can catch yourself now from going into these dark places, imagine how it's going to be later on in your life. Because, like, you got to understand, you know, life is always going to be a roller coaster. Like, you're going to have your highs, you're going to have your lows. And your lows will never last. They'll go back to highs. And sometimes your highs may never last and you go down to your lows. But it's all about what you learn from those low points to never fall into the same low points again.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it's crazy. Like, I was just scrolling through Instagram and then I bumped into this quote, and it's literally what you just said right now. It says, and it really caught my attention. That's why I screenshot it, right? So it's like when we hit our lowest points, we are open to the greatest change, right? And I thought about it. I was like, damn, like that's true, you know, because like you said, um, when we hit our lowest points is like when what's it called? When we, you know, thrive to change even more. And then there's also this one, have you seen the movie Sing?
Sing?
Sing, yeah.
Oh, with the animals?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that.
There's also this quote that the koala said that always stuck to me was that said the only good thing about falling into this deep hole is that there's nowhere to go but to go up. I think it was like when something like that, you know.
It's like when you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. Yeah, I remember that part. And he was on the little moon and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and like ever since I watched that movie, and when he said that, I was like, damn, like I really like it, like repeated it in my head, and I didn't learn it, you know, word for word, but yeah, I always thought about that. Yeah.